Steve, so looking back over the festive period, a fairly successful one between Christmas and New Year, obviously with the 4 points against Southend in the two fixtures, and Southend are a very good side.
Yeah, we've come away positive from that. A team that was above us in the league, 2 games back to back over a short distance is always hard. But if anyone would have offered us 4 points before them, I think we would have took it. And performance-wise as well, I think we've done really well. So yeah, it's been a good festive period for us.
Not many teams go to Rootsall and win, let alone get a clean sheet. It was a really impressive performance from everyone that day.
Tough place to go. Every away game in this league's hard. Tough place to go. 7,000 fans there cheering on Boxing Day. But the boys went there, was excellent that day, put in a real good performance and come away with 3 points, which really good to us, and it set us off, and hopefully now that'll get us through January. Sets the tone of what we want to do and gets the end of January with maximum points.
And Bezart Topolodge came in to the side just before that game, only had a couple of training sessions, and he's now settled into things a bit more. How impressed have you been with him so far?
Yeah, Bez is good. We knew he had quality. He's at a championship club. He's been there for a good few years. I've watched him a few times for the 23s. He's a good player, he's a good lad, a good temperament. And he's just come in and took to him. The boys have took to him well. We've got a good group here. He's made him feel really settled, and he was thrown in at the deep end, and he's shown he can cope. So he's had 2 good performances so far. So yeah, long may that continue.
Andy, yourself and Alan Dunn have always shown faith in youth, and obviously that is showing through the performances of Ben Crowhouse and Kellen Fisher, and that must be really something that's particularly a proud moment for you, having worked with them in the under-23s previously.
Yeah, 100%. I keep saying it. Everyone keeps saying to me how good they are and what they can do, but I've known it for the last 2 years. I've had them in the 23s. I've seen what they can do. I know their qualities. I know their temperament, and I'm now seeing it do it in the first team stage is really pleasing for me and for the club. It's what we aim to do. We want to get youth players in our first team, and then them two are setting the standards for the rest to come and join them. Yeah.
And obviously a man of the match performance from Kellen against Southend, and actually arguably was man of the match in both games.
Yeah, it's Kellen. He's just consistently good quality. He's just got to now go and do that consistently every week for us in the first team. He's shown everything he's been chucked at him, he's been able to cope with. Now can he stay in the team and keep his shirt and stay in his team and get better and better. So yeah, long may that continue.
And of course we make the trip to Altrincham tomorrow. We'll talk about that in a moment. How's everyone been in training this week?
Yeah, good. We've had a good week's training. A couple of niggles we need to assess today, but we've nearly everyone's back on the pitch. So yeah, we've just got some things to sort out. Last training session today. Hopefully we get through and we get a team set and picked for tomorrow.
We look back at the Altrincham game earlier this season, hardly a classic, was it, with the 0-0 draw in that heat. We make the trip there tomorrow, and both sides actually in good form. Ourselves unbeaten in 5 in the league, and Altrincham unbeaten in 8 in all competitions. So it's got the makings for a good game.
Yeah, they're a good side. Like I say, they're in a good role as well. They're winning games and not getting beat at a minute. They've got some very, very good players, so we're going to have to be wary of that. We've had them watched, we know what they're about. So yeah, the game earlier in the season, it was freak conditions. I think it was like 37, 38 degrees. It was so hot. Definitely wouldn't want to have been running around that day and trying to play football. So yeah, a bit of a one-off. So hopefully tomorrow it can be a bit of a better game.
We saw the appreciation from yourselves and from the players for the support at Southend, and it's going to be the same tomorrow, isn't it? Obviously with the train strikes that the club are running the coach, it's going to be brilliant to see as many people as possible making that trip despite all the train strikes.
Yeah, it's massive for us, like, to see the fans make the effort to get there. We totally accept how hard it is to get there, especially with these train strikes, and that's really difficult, but the effort that fans go through to get and come and support us, it doesn't go unnoticed through the fans and through the players and the staff and that. So yeah, safe travels to them all tomorrow, and we'll see them up there.
Thank you, Steve.
Pleasure.